Hey nerds, welcome to JerAwards. Today we are going to recap Season 1 of Teen Wolf. And if you're new here, or if you are new here because of Teen Wolf, what we do at the end of each major season for the show we're watching is we take a day to recap, in our own words, kind of the events that happen. Pretty short, sweet, to the point. Then we do the JerAwards, which is our favorite moment, favorite episode, favorite kiss, whatever. And then there's also the In Memoriam, which basically we just say rest in peace to all the loved ones lost, all the dead people. And then initially, too, I have to say we were supposed to have a guest for Teen Wolf, and unfortunately we're not able to do so because last night we had some pretty severe weather, severe tornadoes. We're in a state of emergency at this point. So no internet at the moment, but I do have the ability to record, and hopefully I can try to get this up some point tomorrow. If not, maybe Monday, because our internet's supposed to be out for a couple days. So we will eventually have the guest on. Maybe not for Season 2 because it is around Christmas, but maybe for Season 3 or Season 4 and on, we can have them on to talk about Teen Wolf, to share some extra perspectives on it because they are a huge Teen Wolf fan. So, with all that out of the way, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe for daily content. If there's a day, there is a reaction. Links are in the description box down below for the Patreon, the Twitch stream, everything in between. Jerry doesn't have to go behind the scenes. He's hanging out with us today. And let's get into Season 1 of Teen Wolf. We start the season with Scott getting spooked by Stiles establishing their friendship right off the bat, as Stiles would like to investigate a dead body out in the woods. We learn that Stiles' dad is a cop, and after getting busted, he takes the fall solo. Scott, stuck in the woods, loses his inhaler and almost gets trampled by a bunch of CGI deer. A bunch of CGI deer before being attacked by a creature and bitten. He then gets his spidey sense, and Stiles jokes that he could be a wolf. Scott goes from being on the bench to starting in lacrosse. They introduce a new girl from out of town. Her name's Allison. Her and Scott form a connection, and despite Stiles' warning that they go to a party together, same night as a full moon, they do so anyways. Scott starts to turn and ends up in the woods, where he runs back into Derek, who tells him that they are now brothers and that the bite is a gift. They team up to fight off hunters, and in the closing scene, we meet Allison's dad, who happens to have been the lead hunter. He is the lead Argent. #Chris. With an upcoming lacrosse game, Stiles warns Scott with aggression and adrenaline may cause him to turn. With his mom, Allison, and others showing up for his first starting game, or one of his first games, Scott feels that he must play. He does, almost turns, ends up kissing Allison, and all seems well. Except, earlier they found Wolfsbane in the other half of a dead body. The dead body. And they locked up Derek, and the body, come to find out, was his sister's, and he was freed. Episode ended with Derek staring down Jackson, who was investigating Scott's glove that had claw holes in it. The next day, Scott has a nightmare that he murders Allison on a bus, and come to find out that there was an attack on the bus, and which leads to Scott going to Derek for help. Derek tells them he can help him control his powers, remember things, etc. Scott and Derek kind of duke it out, and Derek shows his Wolfman form for the first time, and he easily wins against Scott. We learn that Derek did not bite Scott or kill the bus driver, and that it was Scott's alpha, who is yet to be revealed at this point. A new character, Kate, is introduced, who happens to be Allison's dad's sister, aka her aunt. That was a runaround, right? She is also a hunter who was attacked by the alpha. In the process, she shoots Derek with a magic bullet, leading to an awkward dinner between Scott and Allison's family. Derek tells Stiles to tell Scott that he needs a bullet similar to what he was shot with, or else he could die within 48 hours. Scott does some snooping and finds the bullet Derek needs so he can heal himself. We learn that Kate and Allison's dad are trying to lure out and hunt down the alpha. Going into episode 5 on Allison's birthday, something she doesn't want the rest of school to know because she's 17, Scott and her ditch school, and while Stiles has while Stiles has a panic attack about the information he learned. In the opening of Season 5, Lydia and Jackson were out looking for a movie when the alpha attacked. Jackson scared for his life and Lydia on edge. Derek learns it wasn't the Argents who killed his sister and turns his focus on helping Scott learn his abilities. And one of those things he learns to control is his anger and staying away from Allison. Derek, Stiles, and Scott go to the school, and Scott tries his first howl. This leads to the alpha attacking, and episode 6 ends. They're all trapped inside the school, running about, trying to figure things out. And Scott kind of gets confronted by the alpha and kind of forced to attack his friends, really, but hearing Allison's voice kind of helped calm him down. And the vet that was previously captured, turns out he's alive. We don't know what's up with him. There's a big mystery around him. And Allison reached a point where she can't trust Scott after these events, and she walks away and she tells Scott not to call her ever a breakup. Jackson tries to get closer to her because of this in a few awkward moments, which leads to Lydia kissing Scott after he tries to ask her if Allison still likes him or if she likes whatever, Allison, which is a big slap in the face to Styles, but then again, Scott could have handled that situation better. The full moon has altered his behaviors, leading to him injuring a player on the team, aka Danny. Once the full moon was up, Styles tried to help lock him up, but Scott broke free trying to kill Jackson as he saw mirages of him and Allison making out. With episode 7, more strain on the relationship between Scott and Allison, but as an even bigger twist is Jackson knows what Scott is, and he wants in, giving him 72 hours to deliver. The Argents see the back of Jackson's neck with the claw marks and thinks that he could also be a beta. Styles' father's asked teacher Harris for some questions, and we learn the person that burned down the Hell House was an Argent. Spoiler alert, it's Kate Argent. Derek and Styles head back to the hospital where the burnt man was, and he's out. Spoiler alert, his name's Peter, and that's our Alpha. And he wants to explain things. And after which, it seems like Derek is all Team Alpha, as the Alpha reveals himself to Scott and tries to lure his mom so he can force her to join the pack. This leads to the Alpha telling Scott that they're going to kill Jackson, leading to Derek trying to kill Jackson, and leading to the co-captain line, which is just beautiful. Coming up is the winter formal, and Scott, while being banned, still wants to go. As the Alpha tries to prey on Allison, Scott foils his plans, much like he did with his mom. Scott and Styles talk Jackson into taking Allison to the formal, and he gets some good life advice from his mom in the process. At the formal, we get Styles. He gets his dance with Lydia. Scott tells Allison he loves her, and Jackson, desperate to become a wolf, tells Papa Argent everything about Scott because he's a bitch and a snake. With Allison taking Scott out to the bus that we saw in his dreams, he's cornered by the Argents and forced to save his own life, turning into Wolfman while Allison looks on. Yep, that's what I typed. Allison, knowing the truth, is on the road to with her Aunt Kate. Alpha Peter takes Styles. Said things two different people. The Alpha Peter takes Styles with him on a road trip to track down Derek. Styles later checks on Lydia at the hospital with Jackson and is confronted by Chris. When cornered, he tells Chris his sister is the codebreaker/arsonist. The Alpha also tried to offer Styles the ability to be a wolf, the bite, blah, blah, blah. Styles turns it down, but he really didn't want to. Scott howls to find Derek and helps him escape from the basement, and this leads to Allison, with Kate's guidance, very important, attacking Derek. She confronts Scott, and Kate reveals that they have to kill them both. As Kate is about to kill Scott, Chris stops her, and they are all attacked by the Alpha, who drags Kate in the house and kills her in front of Allison. Then both Derek and Scott, teamwork makes the dream work, and wolf form is there to protect Allison. And they get their ass beat by Peter. Styles and Jackson show up with Molotovs. Styles throws one. The Alpha catches it. Fucking Allison breaks it. And then Jackson throws one as well. Derek goes over to kill the Alpha, but Scott halts him, saying the cure is in the Alpha, but Derek kills him anyways, taking his place as Alpha. Other wrap-up things happen. Jackson goes to get bit by Derek. Lydia isn't healing, so they don't know what's going on with her. And Scott and Allison end the season on a roof together. The finale, after Derek said that he was the Alpha, should have ended. Kind of felt a little rushed putting those pieces together. I feel like that could have been stuff in season 2. So many things wrapped up just kind of happened. There was no immediate backlash about Scott and Derek, about what Derek had just done, like becoming the Alpha and killing what possibly could have been the cure for Scott, keeping him trapped in his werewolf form. There was no backlash or heat from them in that moment. There might be in the future, but for now there's not. I appreciate the nice touch of the happy endings, but the season should have ended the moment Derek flashed his red eyes and said, "I'm the Alpha." That's a perfect way to end the season. Overall, solid first season, I gotta say. I like that they have us playing the guessing game. They don't outright give us answers. Like, there's moments where in other shows it's pretty predictable. This didn't feel predictable in season 1. It may have been to some people, but for the most part, it was like the people I thought it was always somebody else. So they did a good job of giving us kind of a positive runaround. So that's a recap on season 1. Into the JerAwards. First up, favorite episode. Here are your nominees. Episode 2, Second Chance at First Line. Episode 3, Pack Mentality. Episode 10, Co-Captain. Episode 11, Formality. Episode 12, Codebreaker. And your winner for favorite episode of season 1 is the season 1 finale, episode 12, aka Codebreaker. Episode 11 and 12, 10, 11, and 12 felt like the show was finally taking off, and episode 12 really kind of nailed that point. I still think it should have ended after the I Am the Alpha line, but still, it was a pretty great finale, and it was by far the best episode of the season. Next up is favorite scene, season 1, episode 3, Derek shows his Wolfman form. Episode 1, season 10, episode 10, co-captain. Episode 11, Styles telling Lydia his feelings. Episode 11, Scott telling Allison he loves her. Episode 11, Scott and Danny dancing. Episode 12, Derek and Scott teaming up against the Alpha. Episode 12, Allison shooting the bow to break the Molotov. Or episode 12, Scott and Allison on the roof. And my favorite scene of the entire first season is Styles spilling his love for Lydia, spilling his feelings in season 1, episode 11 at the little formal. That was pretty great. He finally kind of, yep, I'm doing this. And he went for it. I just really like that scene a lot. I would say that Derek and Scott teaming up with the Alphas also right there for that. But yeah, I would say between those two, those are pretty much my favorite scenes. Most heartbreaking scene, I only have 2 nominees. One is episode 7, Allison telling Scott not to call McCall. Episode 12, Scott having a breakdown in the woods, and the winner by a landslide is season 1, episode 7, Allison telling Scott not to call. She didn't want to do it, but she felt she had to do it, felt she couldn't trust him. Don't call me no more, McCall, even though we'll end up on a roof in just 5 episodes. Solid. Funniest scenes. I didn't put a whole lot down for funniest scenes, even though I laughed a whole bunch. I kind of forgot to do this after each episode, but see, episode 3, Lydia saying, I do a lot of sucking. Or episode 11, Scott and Danny dancing, and by a landslide, Scott and Danny dancing was the funniest moment of this thing, because Coach Spaz comes up and he has no idea how to handle that situation. Beautiful. Favorite kill? There's not a whole lot of kills in this show. Your nominee, Alpha on the janitor. Episode 12, Alpha killing Kate. Episode 12, the whole squad taking out the Alpha. My favorite kill, actually, I wanted it to be the whole squad killing the Alpha, but I'm going to have to say the Alpha killing Kate, because I really didn't like Kate because she grossed me out. So the Alpha killing Kate is my favorite kill for season 1. Favorite quote? Listen, I also didn't put down a lot of quotes. I have one here. You have 1 nominee and 1 winner, and it's simply put, season 1, episode 10. Nobody cares that you're the captain of the lacrosse team. Co-captain. That shit right there, 10 out of 10. Least favorite character. Your nominees are Kate and Jackson, with your winner being Kate. I don't have to talk about it anymore. She grossed me out. She was weird. The last bit of the JerAwards before we do our in memoriam is favorite character. Your nominees are Styles, Derek, and Allison. And at the end of the day, my favorite character for season 1 is Styles. We all knew the answer to that. Favorite character for season 1 is Styles. And moving right along into our in memoriam. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 people on here. Hashtag VII. Rest in peace, Laura Hale, Garrison Myers, Janitor Jared, Doobie Doug, Crackhead Craig, Kate Argent, and Peter the Alpha. And that is a wrap for season 1 of Teen Wolf. That's our recap. Again, it sucks because my buddy that was supposed to be on here for the little recap portion of this, and having no internet just throws a whole little wrench in our plans. But hopefully we can get him for season 3 or season 4. He's an editor. He makes edits that we've watched a bunch of. I'm not going to give it away just yet, but hopefully we can do that soon. We've been trying to plan it for like a month now, but things happen. We'll get him on the next one. And yeah, that's season 1. I will see you guys tomorrow for season 2, episode 1 of Teen Wolf, entitled Omega. And yeah, that's it. Nobody, do people watch this far? Something we're going to have after season 2. I mean, we're not stopping Teen Wolf. After season 2, bonus show for a week. bonus show. On that note, I'm out. Links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I will catch you on the next one.